Hola friends y amigos, otra vez hoy. Yo soy Nikki, una language coach de inglés y de español y estoy aquí para una presentación especial. I am Nikki, a language coach of English and Spanish, or an English-Spanish language coach, and I am here joining you live today for another special presentation of a language experience, a very special upcoming Spanish language experience happening with Ceja Vineyards, and Dalia is hopping on with me. Bienvenidos, welcome. Hi Paula, hola Paula, ¿cómo estás? How are you?
Hola.
Hola,
Hi,
mucho
¿cómo
gusto, primero.
estás? Yes, and I apologize in advance. I'm here at our casita, and my daughter Luna, she actually just had her 1-year-old shots today, and so pobrecita, and just like she's a little fussy and working from home during the week with my husband and I. So if you hear some little cries, it's for my daughter Luna Isabela.
Okay, entiendo completamente. We understand, and if you need to run off and take care of her, understand that too. And I think that's a perfect introduction because, Dalia, I'd love to let you introduce yourself and all the roles that you play, and I think mom is going to be a big one of those.
Yes. And thank you so much for having me. We are so delighted to host you in your group on Saturday. But my name is Dalia Ceja. Technically, I am third generation working with my familia, Ceja Vineyards. And Ceja Vineyards is a pioneering Mexican-American family-owned winery based in Napa and Sonoma. And it was founded by my parents and my tío Armando and Marta, all immigrants from Mexico, hailing from the state of Jalisco and Michoacan. So we have a lot of orgullo mexicano in our sangre, in our blood, and now providing and making a quality product, such as our gorgeous display of wines from both Napa and Sonoma for the entire world to enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. I know there's so much wonderful information about the Ceja family and their vineyards available just through their YouTube channel, through their website, and I'm encouraging all of my students to check it out before we come and visit this Saturday, but also to learn more. But we have the privilege of being live with you, and I mean, it sounds like it's something really, really special, but I kind of want to impress upon people like how special it is to like your family's journey to being where you are today.
Yes, no, for us, we are just so proud of our rich Mexican heritage, our culture, our humble beginnings in the wine industry. So if we go back in time to the late 1950s, it was my abuelitos, my grandparents on both sides, that were in search of a better opportunity for their families. And in the late 1950s, both of my grandfathers, Papa Felipe, Papa Pablo, immigrated to the US through the Bracero work program, which essentially enabled them to work and follow harvest and pick fruit, not only just grapes, but strawberries, artichokes, a variety of nut orchards. Wherever there was work, they followed. And that was their journey for almost 2 decades. And in the summer of 1968, they were finally ready to bring over their familias because they were just sending money back to my abuelitas and my parents and all of their siblings. And they didn't come from any money. So when they immigrated, when they brought over my abuelitas, my parents, they started working in the fields, picking grapes. My parents were 12 years old. They didn't know a word of English when they crossed the border. And in order to help their familias out, they would work with their familias picking grapes to earn a living. So that was the beginning of our very humble introduction into the wine industry. You fast forward to 1980 after my parents got married, and my tío Armando, my father's younger brother, graduated from UC Davis with a degree in viticulture and enology. The three of them, along with my grandparents, decided to buy property. And so that took place in 1980s. It started off with 20 acres located in Napa Carneros. And at that time, there was nothing there except for, it was a farm. Cows and sheep were roaming around. So everything to date located on that property, we constructed ourselves, we planted ourselves. And then that's where it came to fruition. So in order for them to start a revenue, they invested that money back in new properties. Now it totals about 115 estate acres scattered throughout both valleys, Napa and Sonoma. And in 1999, with my mamacita as the matriarch, the leader of the pack, she quit her day job and started Ceja Vineyards from scratch. So, and that took place in 1999, and she became the first Mexican-American woman to be elected president of a wine production company in the United States, elected by her partners. And since then, the transformation of Ceja Vineyards branding really was born. And it's a true reflection of our familia's passions, our challenges, our sacrifices, and an industry that's been predominantly dominated by European and American familias. And so for us to be a minority in this industry just speaks volumes. And now we're at the helm of really being some game changers in this industry and making a quality product that happens from the ground up. We understand winemaking and grape growing that starts in the vineyards, not any manipulation in the cellars. So we're very proud of our product, and we're very proud of our family business, needless to say.
Yeah.
Answer, but
And thank you for sharing, because it's such an inspiring story. And I have chills just listening to it and thinking,
yes,
you know, how easy can it be to run a successful family-run winery? I know there's huge competition here. I mean, we are in the heart of wine country, being in Sonoma, and you are both in Sonoma and Napa, and excelling right here. It's, you know, you are at the forefront of it all.
yes. Well, and you know, it's a collective effort. We're very proud to be part of MAVA, which stands for the Mexican American Vintners Association, which now there's, goodness, over 20 plus Latino family-owned wineries throughout the entire state of California. And this marks 11 years in the making. And every year, for instance, actually, we're due to the pandemic and everything going on, we've had to put a pause on our events, but we host a big event, La Cosecha, in the fall, which unites the community and gives back. And so we're hoping that we will be embarking this year, but if not, for following years. But again, we love giving back to our community and allowing others to play a major role in this industry. And we want to community as well. Again, we're so proud of our humble beginnings, and we always want to shine light on the true artisans of the wine industry, which are the farm workers, the campesinos. Without them, there wouldn't be an agricultural industry, let alone a wine industry, and that's how my family was introduced so humbly into this industry.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is part of what makes it just such a privilege to be able to partner with you in these language experiences and bringing my Spanish students, who are native English speakers, but passionate about learning Spanish and so excited, but at the same time also nervous about speaking with native speakers, to the vineyard to experience like the fruit of your labor, and also be able to have this experience take place in Spanish, even at whatever level they have. So I'll be alongside them as their Spanish language coach. And then we'll be able to have a tasting at Ceja that takes place entirely in Spanish, which is a really unique opportunity for them as well. So with that, I'll ask you maybe just a couple questions in Spanish to get us a little taste of our Spanish language experience happening Saturday.
Fantástico.
Muy bien, muy bien. Y yo hablo un poco más despacio para los que aprenden, para mis alumnos, para los estudiantes. Pero yo entiendo que una de las pasiones, especialmente creo de su madre, es tener una maridaje y poner la comida mexicana con el vino Ceja.
Exactamente. Mi mamá, Amelia Ceja, ella es presidente, pero también es chef. Y por muchos años ya ha hecho maridajes de comida y vino. Y comida enfocada en la comida de México. Ella nació en el estado de Jalisco, pero para ella le gusta el cuisine del mundo, worldwide cuisine. Yo hablo un poquito de Spanglish, so
Perfecto.
perdóname ahí. Pero sí, uno de mis favoritos maridajes que hace mi mamá es mole, un mole poblano comparado con nuestro Cabernet Sauvignon. un
Ah,
ceviche de salmón comparado con nuestro Pinot Noir o nuestro Bella Flor rosado. I mean,
mm,
y también como un postre que ya hace una semana que hicimos una cenita con la familia y para el postre mi mamá hizo un flan de almendras con un maridaje con nuestro dulce beso es un vino de cosecha tardía, vino de postre blanco de Chardonnay y Sauvignon Blanc. So hacemos
wow.
muchos maridajes y pues ahorita no tenemos una cocina para ofrecer al público, pero ya cuando vamos a construir la nueva bodega, vamos a tener una cocina comercial en el futuro. So ya vamos a tener la oportunidad de hacer maridajes cada semana con el menú enfocado de México. So algo muy, muy especial para nosotros.
Fenomenal, sí, esperamos con gusto a ese día. Y ah, para terminar, en su posición con la familia, con la bodega, con la compañía, ¿cuál es la mejor parte de trabajar en familia?
Pues es una pregunta un poco pesado, pero no, me encanta esa pregunta. Para nosotros y nuestra marca de Ceja Vineyards siempre ha sido de familia. Y, y qué va a ser pues la marca que yo quiero tocar, que yo quiero dejar para mi propia hija, Luna Isabela, la pues 4 generación, que ya pues no sé si quiere, si va a querer trabajar con la familia, pero yo puedo soñar.
¿Es opcional o?
Ah, yeah, no. Completamente yes, optional, completely. Yo quiero que ella viaja, que trabaja por otras compañías, que pues encuentra sus pasiones. Y para mí y mi familia, todo es envuelto a la familia. And es muy importante tener una educación también y a dar a la comunidad otra vez. So, yo tengo muchas pasiones, pero sí están envueltos del vino, comida, viajar, la moda, pero más de todo, la familia. Y este año, durante la pandemia, ha sido un año muy difícil, pero nos ha enseñado que familia es todo y que nomás vamos a crecer como una comunidad y invitar a otros que viven entre todo el mundo para enseñarles lo que estamos haciendo y lo que especial es de tener un negocio de la familia. Por eso, familia unida es todo para mí.
Sí, excelente. Pues muchísimas gracias por todo su tiempo hoy, Dalia, y esperamos otra vez con gusto el evento, la experiencia este sábado que viene. Y para todos que todavía no han visitado o que van a visitar a Ceja, la bodega en el futuro, que disfruten totalmente de la experiencia de esa familia única que es una bendición completamente a nuestra comunidad y la comunidad mundial.
Sí.
Ha sido un placer y nos vemos este sábado.
Sí, nos vemos y es un placer y un honor a platicar hoy contigo.
Muchísimas gracias, Dalia. Hasta pronto.
Adiós, nos vemos pronto.
Adiós.
Bye. Bye.